Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 2, Farming Simulator 22. If you were with me earlier today, you'd notice we streamed for about 2.5 hours, and then we had to restart the entire farm because we had some starting game bugs that I had never encountered before, and it was just making it really unplayable. Unenjoyable. So 2.5 hours in, started this new farm, same area, bought this field, the second one more south, which is 3839, used a plow, merged them together into one long field, and we planted our wheat. And that's pretty much where we left off. I let the seeder continue on finishing the job, and took out a loan, got our silo, our all-in-one material buyer mod, whatever the thing is, forget what it's called, and did a little bit of painting. So we turned all this into gravel, and we'll be doing a little more as we advance and get some more buildings in. We just don't know what the layout's going to be. So this is how I did it. So we got mostly dirt roads, a little bit of, just try to make it look as realistic as possible. You know, blend it out to some thin grass along the edges. Get dirty. Might put some mud spots in here, not sure yet, but just wanted it as realistic looking as possible. To look like it had some definite tractor traffic. Alright, so what we're on now, and by the name of this episode, which is First Harvest, we are going to go ahead and skip through because there's really nothing to do until we get some more money, and skip through to our next I don't know, what do you call it? Next stage, which is probably going to be weeds, even though the weeds did come up right before we planted, and of course that takes away the weeds, but I don't think that removes them. I think that just resets it, so we're probably going to get some more weeds. So what we're going to do is go ahead and let's see, game time, it's 1:23. We'll go ahead and switch. We'll sleep it out till 6 o'clock in the morning. We are using a sprayer now instead of a weeder, just because we were having issues last time with the weeds jumping straight to about 75%. And yeah, we got 50% now. So when the weeds were jumping to 75%, that really made the, you know, it's a little darker in here than I like. So I guess I think I could turn my light on. There we go. Alright. When the weeds jump up to 75%, you can't use the drag behind weeder. You have to use a sprayer. Because that's pretty much anything over 50% considers you missed it. You can weed, it'll drop you down to 50%. You'll still have 50% weeds when you harvest. So, just go ahead and use a sprayer. So, that's what we got now. And this tractor here is set up for it. Let's go ahead and turn our flashlight on. John Deere 7810. Loaded up. Let's go ahead and get inside. Start it up. Get some lights on. We are already full of herbicides. I'm going to go ahead and get a little closer and start the unfolding process. We've got 24 meters, so 12 meters off each side. We'd probably go a little more than that, maybe. Maybe not. That looks about good. Yeah, we go about, what's that, 6 feet? That's good enough. All right, let's go ahead and start spraying. Now, I don't have a point of reference, so I can't tell if I'm going straight, so we'll just go ahead and throw a helper on. We need to test all of our equipment to make sure the helpers are working correctly. The last episode, the subsoiler we were using definitely wasn't very helper friendly, or that could have just been the bug that we were dealing with, not sure. But we will definitely try that specific piece of equipment again, because I do like that subsoiler. It takes away the needed plow state for a field, and also acts as a cultivator, and gives you the first stage of what did we still got problems. It's not recognizing the last, I don't know, 20-30 feet of the field. Why, oh why? So we're gonna go. Usually, you know, if the helpers miss just a little bit, it's not worth worrying about, but that was a good chunk. I mean, 20-30 feet all the way across, which is probably gonna do. That's like half an acre. If not more. Oh. Right now we are doing wheat in preparation for our chicken coops, which is the first animal we'll be starting off with. We'll work in from chickens to sheep to pigs and then cows. So a little bit of everything. Alright, at least it worked correctly back this direction. I really wish I knew why I did that. Is there let me check the field state just in case there's something. It's all growing. Yeah, I missed this huge chunk at the end, which is almost as wide, you know, 24 feet all the way across. Yeah, we're not doing lime. And this does need plowed, but we've already planted, so it is fertilized. That is going to deduct us 15% for not plowing. Pretty sure that's what it is, 15% deficit or deduction. Alright, go ahead and get out. So, yep, that's all I'm seeing. When I jumped out, it quit spraying. I automatically stopped so it wouldn't run me over. Are you gonna go to the end? No, you're not. Wait, wait, wait! You did! You did it! Crazy son of a bitch, you did it! Alright, so right here, it just wasn't liking something. Is it just because the curve, or are we about here? Yeah, it's probably just... Who knows? I guess it's just something we're going to have to deal with. Oh. And we won't worry about this tiny little strip that it's missing. We'll go ahead and jump back in. So that's pretty good. That'll be something we upgrade to later, just a slightly wider sprayer. And then we won't have any problems with this field at least. So 24 feet, just needs to be about 30. That should have covered it. I think the next one you can do is like 32 feet. And we used about 30%, pretty close to 30% of our herbicide. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn the helper off because we're not going to worry about that little spot. Let's turn the speed up to... We'll leave it at 15. Just for normal running. I just made all these nice roads and I just cut through my grass. Go ahead and park this guy. Lights off, engines off. Alright, so we are weeded and growing. Wheat is going to be available in July. We did plant in September. So that is a long way off. And we have nothing really to do in the meantime, no money. We got 40K, but I think we need a little over 80 for our chicken coop. So, let's go ahead and skip. Once we get a few more fields, our animals in, more to take care of, we won't be skipping so much. And eventually we'll get to the point where we don't have to skip at all, because we'll have multiple things going at the same time. Still left a little bit of weeds, but that's doable. Really, we're not worried too much for this. This is all going to be our chicken feed. And when this is harvested, we're going to use all 3 fields for some kind of cash crop so we can start earning our money. Chickens really, you make a lot of money with chickens selling eggs. Egg prices in this game are unbelievable, and they just produce them so fast. All right. We do have a little bit of passive income coming in. I did use the subsidies mod, but I used the cheaper one. So you get like $350 an hour. So by the end of the month, you know, we get about 20 grand That's just a nice little, a little supplemental income that pays for our basic things. And then we'll turn that off very soon. Once we actually just get our first cash crop, we won't need that anymore. Once we're in the red, but we're in the black right now. We're not earning any money. We have loans out and all this equipment, so. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward. It's getting darker, so we're gonna go ahead and sleep till 8. Hopefully, but a different day. If you sleep till 6 and then you try to sleep again to a later time, you'll just sleep for a couple hours. You won't skip to the next day. One second. A little bit of a technical difficulty. All right, make sure our chat is online. All right, we got some snow coming down. Snow is on. Just make sure it's not going to do something crazy like throw some more weeds up on us. Shouldn't get any weeds or growth during the winter months. Lots of snow. Still just frosted, or it's possibly not loaded in yet. January, 71,000. So by the time we get to harvest, we should have enough to repay our loan. Just from that little bit of government money. All right, February, we are at the end of winter. Everything's looking good. Weeds are just brown. You still get the same quality for your harvest with the dead weeds rather than the pulled weeds, right? This shouldn't make a difference, I don't think. At least I hope not. Nope. We're just trying to adjust. Well, it's not letting me adjust anything. It's supposed to be able to, I think that, I bet it was that mod that I was using that I disabled. So I have to go back in and change my keybinds for whatever that was. Vehicle driving. tool, function tool, toggle pipe. It should be these. Left plus X. Plus Y plus X. Yeah, but it's not doing it. Okay, left mouse. Yeah, it's not changing anything. Okay. Alright, so we just got to do it with our... If we're down at good. Alright, that looks about good for wheat. Alright, we'll just keep skipping forward. We'll have enough for our chickens. $88,000. Let's see how much our loan was again. It's over 100. Well, this thing I don't have one. Okay then. Apparently it loaded back in. We don't have a loan anymore. So I guess that's good. Hell, why not? Free money, free money. I'll take it. Of course, we will avoid loans from now on. State of our field looking... Alright, looking good. So we got 3 more months to get through. So we got 96,000, so we don't have our loan anymore. Let's just go ahead and get some chickens. Let's go ahead and buy the pen, set it up where we're going to want it. Chickadoos. Alright, do we want it out this way or spin it around? I assume the eggs pile up right there, so we'll have to put our feed in and the animal dealer. Just make sure those aren't blocked. I guess that's as good a place as any. Just run them down. that. Chicken's good there. I don't like what it did to my area. It's good. Put some grass back in. Let's keep it as natural looking as possible. Look pretty good? I think so. Yeah, we don't have any food for them now, so we're not going to go ahead and we're not going to worry about buying them at the moment. These doors do open. And I thought those opened too. Alright, we got some rain coming. Where is my trailer? Haven't picked it up from the store yet. Alright. Let's go ahead and skip another day. Oh, we can't while we're in. Hello, Mr. Balloon. I don't know what it is. My chair just got really uncomfortable on my back. I don't know why you're turning. Alright, May. Still want to check the field every once in a while because this game, so far, it's just bugged on me just a couple times. So I just want to make sure it doesn't do something crazy, like throw some weeds back on me and then forget them. That crop is looking good. It will be ready next month. Got that nice dark green. You can also tell it's fully grown up. Got the wheat heads. We're just waiting for it to turn brown. Don't think we have another tractor over there. I think it was just these three. So let's go ahead and drop this cedar. Let's go pick up our trailer. I think 30 speed would be pretty good. Alright, so everything we got left is what we're going to need for our baling, other than this trailer. It's a strange spot on the road. I don't know if you noticed that. We just look at that. Very light bumping. Alright, we got our trailer ready to go. Just gonna go ahead and fast forward one more month, and then we can take care of this harvest. Alright, we are in summertime, so you can turn it all the way back down. We got plenty of daylight at 5 a.m. Ooh, sucked some air on that one. I can already see her, that beautiful wheat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first harvest. We don't really need lights on, but yeah, let's go this way first. That way on the return trip, the pipe will be sticking out away from the crop. Now it says disable straw swath. I just want to make sure. Yeah, we got straw. All right. Kick the helper on. Getting our wheat and our straw. Just gonna stick with it. I've only really done corn on this field, so I don't know how quickly it's going to fill up. This is the better harvester than I used before. So I'm thinking this one should get about two full passes, maybe 2.5, since it can hold 10,000 liters. But then again, I don't know how much wheat it's actually picking up. Go ahead and remove the cover. Forgot about that. We do have a windrower, but that's mainly for when I start cutting grass for our sheep. Usually, the balers are pretty good about just picking up straight behind a combine. Our harvester. We'll dial our cruise control down to 6. And it's 80% full, so let's go ahead and get up there. Alright, so way too close on that one. I'm just loving that blind spot, aren't you? That's just so stupid. Alright, so basically the spot to be is right over the swath strip. And just about right beside the header. Alright, we'll know that for next time. So not quite 2 strips. So we're going to have to stick with it to make sure we're keeping it low level so it's not stopping, forcing us to destroy some of our crop. Almost full. Try to stay in first person view as much as possible. Man, that's just absolutely stupid. That blocks so much of the view. That just looks like it blocks so much more from the inside than it does on the outside. Alright. It took it long enough to get turned around, huh? Alright, so it's going to make it all the way to the end. And then maybe about halfway, it's going to need to be emptied again. We're going to have a ton of wheat. So a couple of different factors for this harvester. It does hold 10,000, which is about 2,000 liters more than the harvester I was using yesterday. But the header is also, I think, half a meter wider, so another 1.5 feet that it's actually harvesting. So you back up to go straight again. Makes sense. Get it straight. Kind of got ahead of it. Should be matched for speed. Just a tad bit faster. Alright, so we're 100%. Let's go ahead and dump this load. Hopefully it's not going to be full before it gets all the way down to the end. Just trail it for now. Welcome to anybody watching the stream, or if you're watching after the fact, either way, that's fine. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. I am primarily a simulator player, so I do Farming Simulator 22 and Microsoft Flight Simulator as well for a virtual airline, so I fly primarily commercial jetliners and always online on the VATSIM network. So it's with live ATC coverage as often as we can get it. had a feeling it was going to do that, but at least it did get turned around first. So we're going to have to fill up here, rush, empty the trailer, try to get back to the harvester before it makes it to the end. That way we can empty it out again. Otherwise we're going to have problems on the next row. So we'll just take what it's got, which should be 10,000. Not worry about the last two to fill up the trailer. Let's go ahead and downshift. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh, she's already at the halfway mark. Barely. Hopefully she'll stay. You're gonna stop. I can't remember if they did that in Farming Simulator 19 or not, or if they just like to keep going or not. But alright, we're good that time. So we'll stay stopped at the end of the row if you are under the pipe. Alright, we'll just continue doing what we're doing. We shouldn't have any problems. Shouldn't have to run over our own crop at all. I hate to have to jump into the harvester, move it. Alright, go ahead and go down to the end. Alright, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a lot of chicken food. Plenty of hay to get started with. And it's one of the great features about Farming Simulator 22 compared to 19 is that you do not lose any quality of your bales if they're left out. Used to be if you left them out in the weather, they would slowly deteriorate. They don't do that. As far as now, they don't. So that could be something they just forgot to add, and they'll add in later, which I hope they don't. Even though it is realistic, you know, you can't just leave your bales out. Otherwise the outside rots. You gotta pull all that away to get to the decent straw or hay inside. Or it could just totally ruin the bale if they get moldy. We got her fairly matched now. She's still got a little bit of a lead. Slight gain. Needs to weave back and forth. Just won't worry about it. Yeah, 1,200 or 12,000. So far about pop. I am definitely going to be happy camper when they release course play for Farming Simulator 22. That is my absolute favorite mod of all time. Just the sheer amount of things you can do with that mod it alleviates the need to use any helpers in the game. Even though it gives you its own version, but they are so superior. And if you don't know what that mod is, basically it's a overlay mod that records everything you're doing with your tractor, so you can like drive a route and it'll save it, and then you can actually hire its version of the helper to run that route for you. So I could be, and it'll have triggers, so if I was using the combine, I could set a route for this tractor here with the trailer to come out to the field and automatically follow or come to the harvester and line up under the pipe no matter where it is on the field, fill up, drive back to the silo, dump it, and come back out to the field and wait for the harvester to call it out again. It's just a fantastic mod. And then that's not even all you can do with it. You could set a course, so like if you got a seeder with a small seed bed, and it's going to run out of seeds before it's finished seeding the field, set a course to actually drive to this the refiller, fill up, come back to the field, and pick up where it left off, all on its own. All you have to do is set up the course initially, and it'll do it automatically when you load it. You can also set, it's the main function of it, is setting field work So you don't even have to work fields straight up and down parallel like these rows are. You could do like a couple head rows first around, or you can even harvest the entire field in like a spiral pattern, which is really great for oddball shaped fields, because you don't have to just go, you know, straight up and down. It can actually follow the curves. All right, enough about that. That'll definitely be a mod that I showcase when it is available. And 1 second. And I think the combine right now is on the combine's on the portion where it's probably just barely going to get turned around and be full. Hopefully it'll get turned around. We shall see. We're just about done. Looks like 2 more rows. So up and down one more time. Or up, and then there's probably just a little sliver. There's our 80% warning. Hope it makes it to the end. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It did, thank goodness. So, same thing as before. Go ahead and get ready, because it's going to need to empty immediately, just about. We're going to fill up, or we're going to have to rush. Might not even have time to make it, because last time it stopped. I should have let it stop. That's alright. I got a fix. We'll just dump what we got now. We should have time to get back. No, we're not going to have time to spin around and come up behind it. We're going to have to go at it backwards. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, you suck. Alright, at least we don't have to destroy too much crop here. If any. Alright, good, 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 good. We lucked out. Stupid mouse. Stupid Logitech mouse software. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps like resetting back to the... I think I have the speed on like 1800 for the mouse movement. And I'm not hitting the DPI switch. It's just resetting back to 1800 even though it's on 1800. Alright, we're full. Wrong button. I need to rearrange something real quick. So there we go. All right, let's go get our last bit of wheat. Phone call from Florida. It's getting hot in here. Running something over? No. we're going to be working into the night for our baling. Need to get the hay off this, or the straw off this field so we can prep it again. I don't know why I went this way. I do, because I'm a third person. Kind of looked like some straw in the field, didn't it? Or some wheat. Go ahead and get turned around because I'm going to need to fill up for the chickens. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get our baler. I'm sure they won't mind if we just tear up their crops. Now, our baler needed 250. And these only have 175. So the baling is going to have to be done with the big boy. That's fine. We can pull it back at least. It's heavy. Now, I don't think a helper is going to work on this. Fairly absolute positive. Alright, so let's go ahead and get her unfolded. Lower the pickup. Is it gonna pull it? It's actually pulling it. Let's put it in C mode. And I don't think this is recommended. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Oop. But 175 horse should be enough to haul the bales, albeit probably a little slow once it's full. There's no, let's say real quick. No requirement for the loader, was there? No. That's another thing we forgot to check was whether or not the baler was on the correct bale size setting. I would assume it would be on 180 centimeter by default. But you just never know. Yes, I know, I didn't even use my blinker. I almost always try to. Alright, go ahead, park you. What can we plant in? Next month we can plant canola. I have to wait till July again. Canola's a pretty good cash crop. It's also like one of the longest, slowest growing crops. Or we could, after we get these bales done, we can go ahead and skip through back to maybe March or April and do some spring planting for corn, sunflowers, or soybeans. Soybeans are a really good cash crop, usually. Let's look at some prices. Soybeans. Sunflower. Corn's always low, but you get so much of it. Just like sunflower. Soybeans you don't get quite as much, so maybe sunflower is the way to go. And canola. About 1,400. We're in August, so the price would actually go much higher by December. Yeah, let's do canola. Get the slow beast. And more likely, we're gonna have to bale all this manually. So I really don't think wouldn't even make sense to use a helper, because they probably just go up and down. like every 2 meters or however wide that pickup is. Alright. Gotta put her back in drive. Downshift a little bit. We did leave her unfolded, so we'll go ahead and lower and turn it on. I did think we would have a lot more straw than this. We'll just get what we can. We don't have to be perfect. Probably with some right there on the side of it. That's alright. Oh, I hate third person. Just wait till we start a new bale. Saying change bale size to 220. So that I'm assuming bale size is 180 right now. So it's probably changing up. So if I hit L, yeah, it is going up. So 220, 240. Yeah, we'll just keep it at 180. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, keep it at 180. I was thinking down at the bottom it would change the percentage, but you must not be able to change the bale you're working on. How many bales has dropped? Like 2? This is a lot of straw. Should have been way more than what we're getting. Alright, it is morning, and it is August, so we need to turn our game time down, otherwise we're going to miss the canola planting. Which means it's not going to be ready till August next year. So we can plant August, September, harvest July or August. About a year almost. Now if we turn seasons off, it'll be ready in 8 days, or 8 months. There's no fast harvesting anymore. You know, I used to be able to turn the growth to fast, and usually about just 24 hours. It's all you needed for your crop to go from planted to harvestable. Now you need days. Canola is one of the longest crops. I'm just hoping it pays out. Where in the hell is my straw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bales so far. That's like a bale per row. Goodness. What is my max speed? 11 with the baler. Just trying to figure out which one I need to run in. So it looks like, okay. Three. About halfway done. Just tearing up the grass. Really thought I was gonna have more straw than this. But I guess that's good. Just less work. You don't really need straw right now. So really it was just gonna go in a pile off to the side somewhere, because I don't even have a building to put it in. Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait. I missed a little of that, but that's all right. So what's the deal? Is this more realistic? I've never baled straw before on a field in real life. But were the other farming simulators just really giving you too many bales? Interested in knowing, because this is definitely a lot less. I mean, if you take a look, it's still a good number of bales, but I mean, I would expect more in a field this big. Doesn't matter. I guess. Not important. Not interesting. Now that this field is done, we may go ahead and sell our cultivator and buy that the other thingamajiggy. What is it? Subsoiler? Yeah. I'll buy that back, because this kind of field, the way it looks now, this is what gets plowed by the subsoiler and gives you a fertilizer state. Not when the full crop is growing. So this is what we needed to have done. This is your stubble tillage, or whatever it's called. Little sticks. The little twigs. I wish it would save my view. That's probably a mod, huh? Could put me in third person when I get back in. Because I would stay in this view 99% of the time. There's just very few instances where I need to actually look out. That's just mostly in the harvester, because you can't see behind you. You got really crappy mirrors on the side. Oh, just like this one. I mean, what is the point of even putting that mirror there? Alright. 2 more rows. We will be finito. I'm kind of hungry. Quarter to 7. Yeah, I don't need to order anything. Need to save money for all my Christmas presents to myself. I'll be buying soon. I need a new gun. I need... So, my family and I... well, my mother holds the annual Christmas parties at our house, and we do Dirty Santa, you know, because we're all cheap. Dirty Santa is just a really good idea for adults. You know, it's a fun game you can play, and then if you just set it so everybody that comes over buys one nice present, instead of buying, you know, 10, 20, 30 people, however many people you'd have at your family party, instead of buying everyone a present, which just, I mean, nobody can afford that, especially right now, really. Just buy one really nice present, you know, $100 to $200, and that's kind of your entrance into the game, Dirty Santa. You don't put, you know, your name on it, so nobody knows whose presents, who bought what, and except you, of course, because you wrapped it. But the point is, they'll put random numbers, you know, with like a little Sharpie or something, on the package, on the present, and then put the numbers in a hat, and everybody draws numbers, and you play the game based on the number you draw. So if you draw number 1, you go first. You get to pick a present. Number 1, because they're the first person that picks, they don't get to trade because nobody else has a present. So the number 2 will pick their present, and they can decide either to open it. They can't unwrap it. They have to decide before they unwrap it if they want to stick with that one or trade it for what number 1 had. And then it just continues on. Number 3, they'll go next. They'll pick a present, decide if they want it, or trade for something somebody else has. And you do that all the way until you get back to number 1. And number 1 gets, because they pick number 1, they get the last trade of the game. So basically whatever they want, they get. So you want number 1. You're guaranteed to leave with what you wanted. It's just a really fun game. Sometimes, you know, some family members will get pissed off, but that's why we had to set a rule so people didn't, you know, bring like a $20 present and everybody else brought like a $100 present. Ugh. That way, you know, everything is nice. You know, at least nice enough to wrap and regift if you wanted to. But normally, well, past few Christmases, I would buy like a Amazon Fire Cube, and I would open it after I got it home, jailbreak it, put a couple of the nice free streaming apps. Not like Kodi, but I'll do like Cinema and things like that. Put it on it for it. Put it all back in the box. And gift that so it's ready to go. Did I? No, just making sure I didn't start the wrong thing. It's got its own night lights. That's nice. Huh. Anyways. Yeah, I'd jailbreak them. Give them to family members so they can watch any movie, anything, whatever they wanted to, which is unlimited, basically. And this year I bought a about a $200, not top of the line or anything like that, but a really nice beginner's metal detector that detects all metals. So you got to pay a little more money if you want one that actually does gold and does it well. So this one's supposed to. You know what? I should have emptied it. Damn it. Wait. It's one of those times I'll look back. Yeah, so it's got 2 bales to drop. That's what I get for just sitting here talking. Anyways, really nice metal detector. And now I want one. So I guess I'll be buying myself one. Also, alright, unload baler Y. What else can I use to unload? That button. Okay, fantastic. Alright, fold it back up. Yeah, you have to do that or you can't fold it back up. Alright, back in first person. So yeah, that's the thing. I really want a metal detector now. It just seems like a cool hobby. Then, you know, every once in a while you might get lucky and find something that's valuable. I'd really like one that was waterproof. You know, it probably wouldn't be the kind that was handheld and you'd wave back and forth, but I'd like to go to the lake, or any lake really, and check under the docks. Because other than just fishing line, fishing lures, and, you know, all the basic stuff people would lose under a dock, you'd probably find some really good things that wouldn't really deteriorate in water. You know, like you might find a bunch of Oakley or Ray-Ban sunglasses and a lot of things that just fall out of people's pockets when they're getting in their boats. This seemed like a good idea. Could be some rings, could be some jewelry. Who knows what all the things people drop. You know, and once it's in the water, boom, it's gone. Might find a couple wallets. Might find, you never know, you know. There's probably 30 sets of car keys down there. You just start walking, going around town, checking all the doors. You play that little Price is Right game or whatever. You test the key. Get a car. No, that would be stealing. Don't do that. Alright, what am I doing besides just driving around in circles? Where are you cockeyed? That's what I want to know. You broken? We're just gonna sit him. What are you doing? What the hell was that? Was it like lowering and then I got out while it was lowering? It's just weird. Alright, so let's see, last step. Let's go ahead and pick up these bales. I really don't know where I'm going to put them yet. I don't want to have to move them a second time. Let's go ahead and get the chickens going before I do that. That way they're already going. Alright, chickens. If it's the same way it was in 19, you need one rooster. So we will select a rooster, one, and buy a rooster. Our chickens, reproduction, they have to be 2 months old before they'll start laying eggs or reproducing. Or we could buy some that are 6 months old and producing immediately. But we don't need to do that because we're just killing time anyway. So let's do the chickens. The babies. Maximum you can buy 60. So this will hold 360, but if you want to sell chickens, you want to get half of that number because every time they reproduce, they double your number. Otherwise, you just don't get any. But if you're just doing eggs, you just keep it full. And then, you know, before they die, I can't remember how old chickens are when they start dying. You just sell off half, let them reproduce, then sell off the other half after a few months, you know, after the ones that are born are old enough to start producing eggs. And you just repeat that twice until you've refreshed all your chickens. Oh, think. There's some math in there. All right, so let's buy 60 and 60 again, and then 59. So that'll give us 180. And then when they reproduce, that's going to be 359. So actually, let's buy one more. Now, do I want to do that or just... No, you know what? Let's just, yeah, because we're doing eggs right now. We could worry about the other part later. So there's 300. That's going to be 360. They really need to work on this UI because it's showing you what you have, but it doesn't tell you how many you have. It tells you the total, but there's nowhere it says 1 for 1 rooster and 359 chickens. It just annoys me, because then you have to go to a completely another screen to see. Which is fine. I mean, it'd be nice to just know. What's the point in showing you what you got if you can't see how many you got? That's just my complaint. Let's get that trailer first. Fill it up with some chicken food. AKA wheat. Or you could do barley or sorghum now. So let's go ahead and start filling. Of course, wheat. It's the only thing we've got. I don't know how much the chicken coop takes, but I know how much we plan to use. I need to do a better job of trying to stay on my roads, so the farm doesn't look like bleh. Blah. Alright. Start overloading. Become the chicken food. Should be a lot, since it's got its own little mini silo there. 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 for chicken food. That should last. Just go ahead and dump the rest back in there and drop the trailer. Alright, we're about at a 2-hour stream, so I'm going to try to keep the episodes less than 2 hours, or right at the 2-hour mark from now on. Maybe even just 1 hour, and then just do more episodes more often. Alright, so we're going to get reattached here and then end the episode. Whether I do another one tonight, I'm not sure. So what we will be doing when we come back is picking up these bales, finding somewhere to put the bales, re-prepping the field, getting it ready for the next round which is going to be, I think we agreed on canola. And start checking out our chickens. How long it takes to get some eggs. We're going to have to skip forward a couple months, which we're going to have to do anyway. Then they'll be old enough. They have much better animations than they used to. All the animals do. But I like when they, like that, when they just start running, flapping their wings, like real chickens do. Let's see if you can see it again. Somebody do it. Come on, somebody go crazy. Can you grab him? No. There, oh, started to. They usually go a lot further than that. Yeah, that one did it. It's just cute. Alrighty. Everybody that stopped by and checked out the stream, really appreciate you guys. If you're watching the video after the fact, also appreciate you. Make sure you give the video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. I am a Circle of Light. We'll be back for episode 3 pretty soon. Till then, guys, have a good night.